Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial / review on the new Tarte Double Duty Beauty Foundation, which is this right here. And I did buy the brush that comes along with it, and I use them both together. So if you're interested in learning more about this, then please keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm really excited. I'm going to be doing a review on the new Tarte Double Duty Beauty foundation that I just picked up at Ulta today. I was initially very interested in trying out this foundation because I just watched Luster Lux, who is another YouTuber. She recently did a review on the Rainforest of the Sea kit that Tarte also just came out with. And she was talking about their other line, which is the Double Duty Beauty, which is only available at Ulta. And so I really wanted to learn a little bit more about that. And when I went to Ulta, I actually didn't know that I was buying the Double Duty Beauty. I just saw that this was a new foundation. And what intrigued me the most about it when I saw it is it said it's a gel foundation, which I was wondering, like, what does that even mean? What is a gel foundation? Is it a liquid? Is it a powder? Is it a gel? Like, what do you do with it? So I picked it up at Ulta and I ended up buying it. And I'm really excited to give it a try. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's purple. And then you take it out of the box. And it's got a really cute little package. And this is it. So they had about 10 different shades. The shade that I picked up is light neutral. And it comes with a little cap. And then this is what the product itself looks like. And because it's a gel foundation, it's a little bit thicker in consistency than just a normal liquid foundation, but it is a liquid. But it's a liquid gel, so it's got like a really interesting texture. It's new, and I really like the way that it felt on my skin when I first tried it at Ulta. And it does come with a brush that you're supposed to try it out with. So I did go ahead and buy the brush as well. And the brush looks like this. It is a flat top, I guess a kabuki brush. It's almost like a square. And the cool thing is it comes with a little scoop. Because this foundation comes in a tub, you're supposed to scoop it out like this and then use it on your hand and then work it in with the brush and work it into your skin. In order for me to really try this out, I'm going to try it with the brush as well as my beauty blender. So I'll do half and half on my face just so that I can really see how this foundation holds up, if it works better with the brush, if it works better with the beauty blender. And I did already put on my under eye cream, my moisturizer, and my primer. And I did use the Professional primer today. Just a little bit about the foundation before I go ahead and put it on. I'm just going to read what it says on the Tarte website. So it does come in 10 different shades. And the product description says it's a poreless, full coverage gel foundation with skin smoothing hyaluronic acid. And it says it's hypoallergenic, Tarte 12-hour power, so I'm assuming that means it lasts for 12 hours. It's oil-free and dermatologist tested. And if you don't already know this, I do have oily to combination skin. I get pretty oily here in my T-zone. I have dry skin on my chin area, and I guess normal everywhere else. So let's go ahead and see how this foundation works. So I'm just going to take off this top. This top actually has a lot of product on it. So I'm just going to wipe it into the tub. For this side of my face, what is this? The right side of my face, I'll go ahead and use the brush that it comes with. So I'm just going to take a little bit out with the spatula scoopy thing and put it on the back of my hand. And this is really just for sanitary reasons, so you're not like dipping old brushes or dirty brushes right into the product itself, spreading bacteria and germs. So I think that's a really great idea. I'm so used to foundations having pumps of some sort. So it's on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit with my brush. I don't really know how much to use. I'm sorry, let's make sure I'm in the camera shot here. and just start working it into my skin. It does have a little bit of a scent. It's nothing, it's almost a little bit floral. It's not like super strongly scented, but it's definitely there. The brush is really great. It covers a large area of skin at one time, and I'm finding that both with tapping it into my skin as well as with swirling it or buffing it into my skin, this foundation's looking really, really nice. It definitely has a medium coverage. There's still a little bit of redness popping out, but it's actually not that bad. And that initial amount that I picked up was definitely way too much. I still have a lot on the back of my hand. So this foundation goes a long way, which I love. Alright, so that is half of my face done. I really do like this brush, but I can tell that I still want to go back over everything with my Beauty Blender, just because I find that gets all the lines out, it smooths everything perfectly, and it really gets everything into my skin and takes off the excess. So I will use the brush with this, and I probably will use the brush with other foundations as well, but I think I'm going to like it a lot more with the Beauty Blender. So let's go ahead and try it with the Beauty Blender. I'll just use whatever's left on the back of my hand and scoop it right on there. Start tapping this into the skin. I'm wondering if this shade is a little bit too light for me. I'm going to go ahead and also just bounce this over the other side where I used the brush, because like I said, I like for my foundation to just have a very flawless looking coverage, and when I use the Beauty Blender I find that I get that a lot more than with a brush. So I'm just going to lightly tap this on my entire face, pick up any of that excess product, kind of erase any lines that might be forming, and yeah, so that is just with one application. My face looks beautiful. It's very light. This definitely is not a matte foundation, but it doesn't claim to be, so that's good. It's still got a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of like natural luminosity to the foundation, so if you're looking for something luminous, I think you're going to love this foundation. You can definitely build this foundation up. So if I wanted a bit more coverage on certain areas, I can definitely do that, and we'll just have to see if it ends up being cakey or not. Obviously right now I have no idea. I was saying earlier, I think this color might be a little bit too light for me, but the good thing is I'd rather have a lighter foundation, because then I can go in and contour and bronze and highlight whatever other areas, and it ends up looking just perfect. So while it might be a little bit light on its own, when my full face is done, I think it'll be great. So first impressions so far, I really like the texture. It's got that different texture to it because it's a gel. It's not a liquid. It's a little bit thicker than a liquid, but it's sitting on my skin very nicely. It does feel like there's foundation on my skin. I'm so used to my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and I don't feel this on my skin at all. But this foundation I do feel, and it does have a little bit of a scent. Like I said, it's kind of lightly floral scented, which I don't mind yet, at least. But if you're somebody who doesn't like scents or sensitive to scents, I think you might be able to pick it up a little bit more. Hold on while I get in here really quickly. It's definitely not sinking into my fine lines. I do have some lines underneath my eyes, and it's not sitting in them. It's not making them look worse. It's not accentuating them. But I did also use an eye cream underneath my foundation today, which I do every day. So it seems to be reacting pretty well with my primer, my moisturizer, as well as my under eye cream. So far I'm really loving the foundation. So yeah, I think that's all I can really say about the foundation. I'm really liking how it's sitting on my face. It's definitely, like I said, got that luminous finish. It's not a matte foundation, but I really like it on me. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my face. Alright everyone, so this is the look all complete. I did go ahead and set the rest of my face. I used a powder, and then I went ahead and set everything with a foundation setting spray, which I always do. A little bit about the foundation. I think it is sitting absolutely beautifully on my skin. It's still not setting into any fine lines that I have. It's not creating any wrinkles. It's definitely a beautiful foundation, but it is something that you can feel on your skin. Now, even though I set it with a powder as well as with a setting spray, it still has a bit of a wet or a dewy feel to the skin, which for me is a little bit weird because I'm so used to my matte foundations, but I actually really enjoy this one. It looks flawless. My skin looks amazing, nice and luminous and just glowing from within, and I really love this foundation. A couple things that I forgot to mention about it earlier was the price point on it. Now, the foundation itself is $30, which I don't think is that expensive. I think it's actually a very good price, especially for how much you get and the fact that you don't need a lot. You can just use a little bit and it really does go a long way. The brush is also $30, which is a little bit pricey, but it's actually not so bad. In my opinion, you do not need the brush. I think the brush is great and it did a great job on my skin. But I preferred using the Beauty Blender over the brush, and that's just because that's something that I prefer with any foundation, really. I think that the Beauty Blender does a great job, and I just think that it looks better. So you can definitely opt to not buy the brush and you'll be just fine. All in all, I think this is a great foundation. I think that you definitely should try it, and let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and if not, I will see you next time. Bye!